Hail to the Redskin. Go, Redskin.
What's good, people? You know, I had to come in and talk a little bit about this Redskins versus Cardinals game coming up Sunday. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I don't think 100% that Washington's heading into a game that they have to win. I don't want to use the word must win, but it's a should win. The first 2 weeks of the season, Washington's going to play the Cardinals and the Colts. In my opinion, those are the most two winnable games on the entire schedule. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't come out and go 2-0 to start with. But I'm not going to look past the Cardinals. I'm actually going to take a solid look at their team real quick. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I do not have any faith in them as a team with Sam Bradford as their quarterback. Now, generally, people will always say that because of Bradford's injury history. In my opinion, it's because Bradford's the kind of quarterback that will always try to take what you give him. And the Redskins defense is primed to already know that. The more unexpected of the situation would have been had the rookie that Arizona had, if he would have came out and started. To me, that would have been more of an unexpected. But the Redskins know Sam Bradford. They have tape on Sam Bradford. They have history with Sam Bradford. They know this guy. They know how he's going to react. The main thing that the Cardinals have going for them is they have a new coach, new schemes, and the Redskins are going to have to kind of do some guesswork to figure out exactly where Arizona might be coming from. Now, when it comes to this game, as far as the Redskins defense, that defensive line is about to eat all day long against Arizona's pass rush because their offensive line is weak. I don't really care if Arizona fans are out here trying to tell you that it's gotten better. Their best of their worst situation, which is their offensive line, has been for years, but their best offensive lineman was their center. I believe his name is Shipley. And the guy tore ACL in training camp. I hate to see that, but it's going to cause issues when it comes to their running game. Now, they do have who I consider to be possibly the best running back in the game in David Johnson. And for the Redskins front four, that's got to be the number one thing on their mind is stopping the run. David Johnson, David Johnson, David Johnson. It's got to be. I know that they want to try to set something this year through Johnson. He's a pass catcher too, which fits perfectly into what Bradford wants to do. If Bradford can stay healthy, Bradford's that dink and dunk, you know, kind of guy, and he's, you know, he is what he is. He generally gets hurt, but he's a dink and dunker. You know, and if Washington is to stop that offense, which I don't think that's that big of a obstacle, they must put pressure on the quarterback, and they must get in the backfield on first and second down and clog up the run holes. David Johnson cannot have a good game. He cannot. If he does, then we're probably in trouble. Now, looking at things from the other side of the ball, as far as the Cardinals defense goes, the Cardinals defense is pretty damn stout. I'm going to be honest with you. They've lost a couple pieces here and there, which makes them maybe not as stout as in years past, and they have a couple question marks about where they're heading now without, you know, Matthew was a piece, and they've lost a couple pieces the last couple years, but I like Deion Buchanan. I believe his name is Deion. I like Patrick Peterson. Who doesn't like Pat Pete? I like Chandler Jones. You know, I like a few of their pieces. They got a younger guy named, what is his name? Buddha Baker? Buddha Baker? I'm not sure. Baker? I know his last name's Baker. But I'm not sure if he plays safety or corner, but I know that he's kind of being viewed as maybe the replacement to Matthew, the Honey Badger. And hey, if that works, then their defense is not going to skip a beat. But the way I look at this game from the Redskins' offensive standpoint, this has got to be a game that we have to establish the run. This is something that we need to do as a team early this year. If we can establish the run early, the pass will be there late. See, Gruden has always tried to do it backwards, and I've never been able to understand why he tries to throw the ball to set up the run. That's not how it works. At least, that's not what I'm used to anyway. So, my opinion is that we're going to see a three-headed monster. Now, the majority of these carries are obviously going to be split between AP and Chris Thompson. Now, Chris Thompson, I think they're going to mix him in here and there as a change of pace. Also, so that the defense, keep the defense kind of honest on that situation so that they don't believe that as soon as they see Chris Thompson, he's going to be a pass right out the backfield. You know what I mean? But I'm interested to see where we go as far as receivers. I believe Jamison Crowder will probably be the main receiver to be looked at this week. But Jordan Reed is probably going to be the key in this whole situation. Now, if Reed has a big day, the Redskins offense will have a big day. If the Redskins offense has a big day, Washington wins this game. Now, most of you guys know me, I don't do predictions as far as score goes, but I definitely think this is a game that Washington's going to win. I kind of want to flip back to a person earlier this week that I know on YouTube here that was doing a video that was kind of asking us something about injuries in last year. Just to reiterate, Cattle Dog, what I'm trying to say to you is I'm not certain why you're trying to talk last year or injuries. We had more injuries and we beat your team last year. It's kind of evident to everybody else. But I believe your team actually downgraded this year. You guys didn't retool or reload. You kind of downgraded. Now, in the overall process of things, y'all might get better towards the future because I feel like y'all got the best rookie quarterback. But your line is still garbage, like I told you. And that's not going to change overnight by just you snapping your fingers or Mike Iwapati or whatever the hell his name is, the old 49er guy, him coming back from injury. That's not going to change just because he comes back. He's one guy. It's a 5-person line. And if you think that our pass rush is not good this year, then let me tell you, you're going to be in for a big shock come Sunday afternoon. Now, moving past that, looking at the injury situation, it doesn't really look like there's really that big of a deal on either side. Maurice Harris, Mo Harris, he's probably going to, he's out for the game. We always thought he was probably going to miss week 1 because he had the concussion. Now Trey Quinn will probably get the start. The 7th rounder, Mr. Irrelevant, in the draft this year. He'll probably get the start. And he's kind of like a Wes Welker kind of, wannabe player. We'll see where that goes. But that's the kind of talent level I see him as. And I feel like, the injury situation for us is a lot different this year than it was last year. We don't have Geis. That sucks. We do have AP. I don't know how much AP has as far as how many carries a game. He seems to want 30 or 40. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. From what I've heard from him and different interviews, he wants as many carries as Gruden's going to give him. I don't think he's going to see that many, but we'll see Sunday. But that's about all I got, man. I look for Washington to win this game, to go out west in the dry air, get away from this humidity that's all on the East Coast right now that's killing us, and we'll go out west where they probably won't sweat quite as bad, and enjoy a good day of football and bring home a W. And that's all I got, man. Hail to the Redskins. Peace.